Hi there, welcome to another little mini episode of MacGyver's Workshop. And today I have spent the whole day doing electrical wiring, and what I've had some stuff just kind of mocked up, and the heat pump was just kind of hooked up with power to test it and get it working and all that. But as far as final how it's going to be, it has to be passed by the electrical inspector. Anyway, moving right along here, I'll show you what I've done. It's a little dark in this corner of the room, but we'll kind of work with it and see here. Okay, so I've got all my wire running conduit, and now your jacketed wire, like let's see, that orange stuff right there. Okay, that's what originally I had run into the I had it just run straight down into here and hooked up so we could run the unit. But the way you need to do it is you have to have a disconnect. So there's going to be three things here. We're going to have a hot water heater, and then we have the heat pump, and then we'll have the auxiliary electric heat there, just in case the heat pump can't keep up or I get impatient, one or the other. So you've got the auxiliary heat disconnect, and the heat pump disconnect, and the hot water heater disconnect. So they're each three different circuits. Hot water heater is only 30 amp, and the heat pump itself is only 30 amp, but the 10 kW heat strips, that takes a 50 amp. So they're all basically three different circuits. And it was a trip getting this stuff, figuring a way to make it all work and still kind of look good. So for the auxiliary heat, we ran out of the side of the disconnect and came around and came up into the box, and then for the middle one, for the heat pump, we came down out of the bottom and came around, kind of sort of like what it was, but we've got the actual electrical conduit now, and it's all sorted, and got my pulling boxes here so I can get my wire through there, because it's not as bad. I ran 10 gauge stranded on through here. And stranded's a whole lot easier to work with than the solid, but and you have to use the individual colored wires. You can't use the orange stuff there. So, but of course I got it all covered up here at the moment, and when the electrical inspector comes, gee, what was that? Anyway, every time I say electrical inspector, that happens. Oh well. Anyway, y'all might enjoy that, a little bit of humor. Anyhow, so I've got my proper electrical conduit run. Everything's nice and tidy, and that gets that out of the way. I only have two little hole plugs I need to get. There's one for that one right there, which is a 3/4, and then there's a 1/2 inch up there in the box there. I got to get that. But anyway, so this will be considered about done and done. And I also had to wire up my circulating pump. This is, of course, I have it disconnected right now, but electrically, I mean, it won't run when the system's running. But that's what's going to circulate water from the water heater, which is going to go there, through these two ports here. And this is what's called a de-superheater. And what that does is that takes some of the excess heat from the heat pump and uses it to help heat your water in the summer, instead of running it out into the ground over there and taking all your heat out that way. At least you get to use a little bit of it. And you can still use it in the wintertime, but I mean, I would want to have my most of that going to the regular room heat. But anyway, so that's my work for today. You'd be amazed at how long that takes when you're having to figure and measure and come up with a plan to make it look good. So I've seen so many systems that, you know, they just, no disrespect intended, but, you know, by the time they get everything wired up, it kind of looks like Frankenstein's laboratory, you know. So I wanted mine to be a little different, you know, look nice. Not that I'm going to be bringing everybody in my utility room and showing it off, but hey, if they ask, I'll show them. I want it to look good. So anyway, that's that for now. Next, I got a couple little last bit of electrical circuits I got to run, and then thankfully we should be done with the electrical, and then we can move on to the plumbing. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and you know, let me know if you have any questions. Please feel free to put comments in the down in the bottom there. I welcome all comments, you know, constructive criticism, whatever, and it's all part of the show. And of course, you can always email me at MacGyversWorkshop@gmail.com. So it's 8 o'clock. I've been here all night, and there's some nasty weather fixing to come through in about an hour, so I'm gonna go inside and chill. So good night.